woke up on the right side of the bed today because it is my husband and I's 1-year anniversary. We got married last year on April 12th, 2024, and I can't believe how quickly a year flew by, but it did, and it was honestly one of the best years ever, and I'm just looking forward to so many more years with him. But I'm really excited because for our anniversary, we decided to take a little weekend trip, kind of not too far away, just to go visit Ojai and Ventura. But we wanted to bring you along to our Ojai trip since we've never been there, and we really just wanted it to be a fun, cozy day trip to Ojai. There's so much to do there, and we've never been before, so we're excited to bring you along for our Ojai day trip. So because we're only spending one day in Ojai, we really want to make the most of it. So of course, my husband and I decided to plan a little bit of an itinerary with some of the top priority things that we've been wanting to do when we eventually did visit Ojai. So we're not going to be staying there. We're actually going to be staying in Ventura. So we basically have the morning, afternoon, and evening before we head to Ventura to kind of spend the rest of our weekend. But I wanted to go through our little itinerary with you before I take you along to this trip so you can get a sense of what's to come, what we're excited for, and what you're about to see in this little Ojai trip vlog. Okay, I've got my little note up right here, so I'm just gonna read off it and tell you what we're doing. So our plan is to leave this morning. Originally, we were supposed to leave at like 8 a.m., but we were just tired and we don't want to put too much pressure on ourselves. So we're probably gonna leave around 9:30 a.m. It's about 9 a.m. right now, so we'll be leaving pretty soon. We just finished getting ready. Well, my husband's finishing up, but yeah, so we'll be leaving pretty soon. It's only about an hour and a half to 2-hour drive from Los Angeles where we are, so it should be pretty easy. It's a Saturday morning, and truly in LA, the early bird gets the worm. So if you're up and out before 10, you should be in the clear, like traffic-wise. Once we get into Ojai, we're going to be having breakfast at Bonnie Lou's. It's right in the little downtown heart of Ojai area. It just looked like a really nice breakfast spot, bakery, cafe, diner types place. We've actually never been there. We were just kind of Google mapping to see where we're gonna be and what's around that, and so Bonnie Lou's looked good. It had good ratings online, so we're gonna try and have some breakfast there. And then we're going to go to the Ojai Valley Museum, which is just a block or two away from Bonnie Lou's. It's supposed to be a pretty small museum, but my husband and I love going to museums, and that was actually one of the big things we do every time we go on a trip is try and go to a local museum. So we're really excited for the Ojai Valley Museum, learn a little bit about the Ojai culture and history. But like I said, that should only be about like an hour, hour and a half because it is like a smaller museum. And then from there, we're going to do something we're both really excited about, which is going to the Ojai Olive Oil Company. So it's a little bit outside of the downtown area. So we're going to drive like 10 minutes outside of that area and go there because they have an olive oil tasting. It's like no reservations needed. It's $15 per tasting, and you just get to taste all the different olive oils. My husband and I don't really drink too much, and we're not wine drinkers, so we're not doing any of the vineyards and stuff that are in Ojai and around Ojai, but we saw that there was the olive oil farm and they have olive trees, and so we're really excited because we love olive oil, so we're definitely looking forward to that one. Okay, then after that, depending on the time, we have a few different orders of things that we're going to do. Our plan is to hopefully go from there back into the downtown area where we're going to spend the entire rest of the day and evening. And then the first pit stop we're hoping to do is actually exploring Bart's Books, which is a really famous bookstore. It's one of the things that Ojai is actually known for. It's like an indoor-outdoor bookstore. It's supposed to be really big, have a really nice selection, and just be really nice. And I've definitely been in my bookish era, and I'm excited to go and finally visit this bookstore, pick out, one or two books, we'll see. But again, that shouldn't take too long, so we're just gonna pretty much explore that. And then depending on how much time we have, we're either going to go to one thing that we have for a reservation, or we're just gonna explore a little bit more. So the next thing we want to do is go to Libby Park and just relax, hang out at the park, maybe read some of the books that we got at Bart's Books, and then also just explore that downtown area. There are a ton of shops from what I'm hearing from other people and what I've seen from the maps. So there's definitely a lot of things that we can do to kind of fill our time until our reservation, which is like the most exciting thing that I'm looking forward to. So recently I've fallen in love with this tea brand. Is called Magic Hour. They make all these amazing teas, but they're all tied to like spirituality and manifesting and crystals and things like that. And I've been really into that whole realm of things, like spirituality and crystals manifesting and like a little bit of witchcraft. Nothing crazy, but I've just been into that over the last few years. So I definitely am really excited to go to this magic hour tea spot. And we were originally just going to go and buy some of the teas and check out new teas and try out some more ones, because we have a bunch here at our place, but we want to expand and see what more they have, because they're predominantly online and they actually only have a flagship store in Ojai. So it kind of worked out perfectly. But when I was looking online last night, I noticed that they do a kind of high tea situation, and they have one, I think it's called like the pink, hold on, let me look at this real quick. It's okay. So what they have is their pink moment tea. Right now it comes with 2 tea sandwiches, scones, cookies, and this is all centered around the citrus blossoming in Ojai right now. So it's very seasonal, and it comes with some of their famous teas that are very seasonal as well. So I'm stoked for that. That's going to serve as kind of like our little lunch for the day. And it's just so exciting because I really love their teas. My husband really is getting into chai lately and other kinds of teas, and we're experimenting a lot because we don't drink coffee. So tea is really our go-to. But I'm also really excited because I love drinking these teas for their manifestation purposes. I usually have a cup of these teas when I am taking like my weekly baths, when I do my like refresh routine and my little self-detox and self-care nights. And one big part of that is doing that manifestation and reflections on full moons. And tonight, April 12th, 2025, is the full moon for this month. And it couldn't have been more perfect timing. Like, I feel really connected to the moon. So to have this on, our anniversary day and the day that we're going to this magic hour tea shop, just everything feels like it's falling into place and it's just meant to be. So that was literally long-winded, and I'm just really excited about this tea place. All right, so then I'm not sure how long that's going to be. Our reservation is at about 3:15 p.m. So we figured we'll do that. And then afterwards, we're just going to hang out, do anything that we kind of didn't get to do in the little town area, and just continue exploring until we feel like we're hungry again. And we're deciding what we want to do for dinner. If we want to stay in Ojai for dinner, there is an Italian restaurant that we have our eye on, but we couldn't see a reservation available online, so we might just pop in. That place is called Nocciola. It's also right in that downtown area. Everything that I've been talking about, except for the olive oil tasting farm, is in walking distance within just 1 or 2 or 3 blocks. So we can maybe pop in there, see if we're even hungry by that point, and if we can even get a reservation. Or our other option is just heading straight into Ventura, checking into our hotel, and then finding a restaurant around there to go to and celebrate our 1-year wedding anniversary. I don't think it's too much of an ambitious itinerary for today. I think everything is pretty flexible apart from the like high tea situation at Magic Hour Tea, because that is a reservation. But we don't have any other reservations for today. I think we're just gonna really try and be present in the moment, have fun making this vlog together, and really just enjoying our time and relishing in our love, because it's been a whole year since we've been married and almost 6 years since we've been together. So I'm really excited to bring you along. I hope you're excited, and I hope this video and vlog gets you inspired to take a trip to Ojai for the first time, especially because you can do it as just a day trip if you live in SoCal or any of the nearby regions, because it's really not too far away. So I hope you enjoy this Ojai vlog, and if you aren't subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe, all that yada yada yada. I'm Sahara, the borderline millennial. I'm on my journey to becoming 30s and really just trying to invest my time in doing things that I love, and I hope you're along with me for this journey. But let's go ahead and get into the Ojai vlog. Just made it to Ojai, and just for FYI, this is where we parked. It's free and it's all day, just not overnight. And I think this is also where they have the farmers market on Sundays. saw nice? So far, Ojai is super cute. We just finished breakfast at Bonnie Lou's. Bonnie Lou's? Yeah. It was really good. The servers were super nice and everyone was really friendly. The service was quick, the prices were good, and it was just a really great way to start our day here in Ojai. But yeah, now we're getting ready to go to the Ojai Valley Museum, so that should be really fun. And then after that, we're gonna go to the olive oil farm and do some tasting. So let's go ahead and go to the museum. Let's have a little museum date. That's a good door.
Sweetness in the sun, you don't want to go overboard.
That is so good.
Thank you.
Oh, that's really nice. I need a little like note card for my favorites. That's nice.
Okay, we're
That's
gonna do our
sage.
lavender next.
Yeah.
So even if I did put bees on a lavender field, the honey that would come off of that wouldn't taste like this. So what I've done is I've literally put lavender blossoms into the sage honey. Just cast. I let that oil naturally come out over about a 2-month period, and then we screen the lavender back out.
Thank you.
You like that one better than
Thank you.
the sage.
It tastes like purple. You know?
All right.
Yeah.
So now we're gonna go out to the high desert. So we have our metaphone. This is gonna have a cotton candy or toasted marshmallow taste to it.
I like how that one develops.
I like that one. Yeah. I think that might be my favorite right now.
So this is a seed crop they grow up there for the cosmetic industry.
That's so good.
Pretty good. Okay,
Yeah, it's like a little, like-
California buckwheat. This is going up, coming off the Tahoma Ranch area. These will go on an airplane.
And so this beautiful color of the harissa oil, and then we're going to put just a little splash of the coconut white balsamic to kind of cool it off a little bit on the top. Swirl it around and see what you think.
Wow. That was nice.
Was it good? Was it a little kick?
That's a nice spice.
Oh, nice.
It's way too spicy for you.
Chipotle oil with espresso dark balsamic.
Oh, interesting. Never would have thought to put that together.
I know. It's another really pretty one.
Oh, that's nice.
Isn't that nice? And then, of all things, espresso.
So crazy.
I know. Like that.
The dark one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they make like modern art.
I
In the
like
cup,
that.
isn't that fun? Okay, so see what you think.
Oh, that does work. Oh, and the espresso like comes at the end. I want to try this.
Sure.
Yeah. Did the espresso hit you?
It did.
Oh, I don't think I've ever had like olive oil that intense before.
Well, okay, so then don't start there because I don't want to. I don't want to alarm you. Cobra and Cosa.
You like that one, huh?
Fig's nice with it. The
Ooh,
fig.
that's a good pairing.
Nice pair.
All right, a little midday check-in. It's currently 2:16 p.m. and we've had a really fun day so far. We had breakfast at Bonnie Lou's, like I told you. That was really good. From there, we just walked on to the museum. So we went to the Ojai Valley Museum, and it was so cute and so brief. Like, you could just walk in that museum for like 10 minutes and you're totally fine. So that was really nice. We popped next door to the visitor center. Let me just turn the air up. We're in the car right now because it's kind of hot. But we popped next door to the visitor center, and the person working there, she was super knowledgeable. She gave us a visitor's guide, told us about some of the things going on. She recommended a soft serve place that Arjuna and I are thinking about going to because it's actually kind of hot today. I think we're going to go over there soon. And then after that, we decided to not leave this area and go to the olive oil tasting that we had intended to do, just because it was getting busier over here and there are a lot of different parking options, but we got a really good parking spot and we didn't want to leave and come back. And we felt like we were being drawn to a lot of the other stores that are just kind of in this main downtown area. So we made the decision not to go to that olive oil tasting area that's outside of the main part of Ojai. And instead we stayed on the area of like kind of the strip, I would say. But we ended up finding another olive oil tasting area that you didn't actually have to pay for. So it's just this olive oil shop. Do you remember the name of it?
Olive press.
Olive Press? Okay. Yeah, so it's called Olive Press. It's right in the main area, and as soon as we walked in, there are just rows and walls and tables full of olive oils and balsamic vinegars that you can just sample for yourself. Like, you didn't have to pay a tasting fee. You could just go in and sample and just try whatever you want. And we had, I think, one of the people who worked at the shop, she came and she talked to us and she showed us some of her favorite pairings, and we did some damage. We did some damage in that olive oil shop. We spent a lot more than we should on olive oil. Arjun laughing because he's like, oh my god, we spent over $100 on olive oil. But it was really worth it. We got 3 different olive oils and 3 different balsamic vinegars and 1 maple syrup. So I think we got a really good value for as much as we paid, and every single one we got was delicious, and we already are like coming up with ideas of how we could use this in our cooking and with different tastings at home. So really recommend going there if you're coming here and you want to try different olive oils, because that place was amazing. And then right before that, we did a honey tasting. So they had some local honeys that were local to Ojai. They had some in California, some on the West Coast, and just other different regions. And it was just, did they even charge us? I know it was $8, but did you get charged because we ended up buying honey?
I don't think we got charged.
Okay. Yeah, oh, that's great. It was originally an $8 tasting. You can sample each of the different honeys that they offer, and then the guide who's kind of pouring you and scooping you these samples tells you a little bit about the origins of the honey and then some pairings with it. So we did that. We sat through that. That was really fun. He was very informative. And then we ended up buying about 4 little jars of honey. So far we've been spending a lot of money, but it's all on really good local stuff that's right here in Ojai. And then after that, we ended up going and finding a little farmer's market, or like an artisan's bazaar in Libby Park. So we wanted to go to Libby Park already, and I'm glad we ended up just going there with this little merchant's market. And we didn't end up buying anything, but it was really fun to just be around there, see some other local small businesses. I picked up a couple of cards from people whose stuff I was interested in but not really wanting to buy right now because they have some online shops, and it's just been a really fun day so far. We're just kind of dropping some stuff off back in the car, cooling down a little bit because it is hot, so we're sitting in the car with the AC on right now. And then we have about just under an hour until our magic hour afternoon tea lunch situation, which I'm so excited for. You excited too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like food.
Yeah, we're gonna have a lot of scones and stuff, but that's gonna be so much fun. So I think we're probably just gonna cool down for a couple more minutes and then continue walking, going into some more shops, and then I'm gonna go to the tea shop with you guys. So I'll probably show you some stuff of us just walking around, but the next main part of this vlog is just gonna be us at Magic Hour Tea. So hope you like this little midday check-in, and I'll check back in soon. Got a little soft serve from Rory's other place. So this is Rory's other place, so there are 2. How was it?
It's pretty nice.
We just went to Magic Hour. It was awesome. We bought a lot. We got some tea to go. But now we're on our final stop of our Ojai trip, and we're going to Bart's Books. So we're on our way to Bart's Books. It's literally up the next block. But I wanted to film something real quick because I was telling Arjuna that I think I'm only going to get 1 book. And he said...
I think she's going to get 3 things. Maybe not books.
Oh, okay.
But 3 items.
3 items. So even if I get like 3 little bookmarks, that's... you win. You win this wager. But yeah, I'm excited for it. So let's see how much I'll actually get. I'm going to try and stick to 1 because we bought a lot of stuff today. But we'll see. Are you going to get anything?
I think I end up getting a couple things.
Okay. A couple of things. I think he's gonna get 2 things.
That's a couple.
Yeah. Fine, I'll say 3 then.
There you go.
All right, let's go to Bart's Books. Just left Bart's Books and it was cool. It was really nice. It was super aesthetically pleasing. It felt like a really cool like indoor outdoor maze of a bookstore. I think Arjun and I were both a little bit underwhelmed just because I think they're all brand new. Well, for the most part, they're mostly brand new books, but because they're outside, I think the quality of them kind of diminished and they're kind of like used books at this point, and I felt like the prices were a little bit up there. Okay, I just had to grab my mic because there's a lot of car traffic and other sounds going on, and I just want to make sure you hear me. But like I was saying, Bart's Books, it was cool. I don't think I'll ever really feel the need to go back there again. I thought the vibes were nice and it was super aesthetically pleasing, great for photos, it looked awesome, but ultimately I think there are other bookstores that I am more inclined to go to. I thought they had a huge selection of books, but like a weird arrangement of variety. Like they had a ton of historical books and then they had a ton of like books for artists and things like that, but they just now recently added half a shelf of romance books, so that's definitely something that I'm into. They had a lot of sci-fi, which was cool, but it didn't seem like they had a lot of the like newer books, I would say, but that's okay. I'm glad we went. I'm glad I got to check that off the bucket list. And neither Arjuna or I were right. We only got 1 book and then we got a magnet. So we didn't get anywhere near 3, but that's okay. We tried our best and we still had a good time going. But I think we are going to call it a day. It's 5 o'clock. We were thinking of doing dinner, but we're not hungry at all. So I think we're just gonna wrap up our Ojai day with that and then head back to our hotel. But I'm so glad I got to take you along with us on this day trip to Ojai from Los Angeles. I hope you had fun with us going through all these spots. I hope it inspired you to take a trip to Ojai. There's definitely still a few things that my husband and I want to do and we'll come back for, but I think we've done a lot today and we're ready to go take a nap and check into our hotel. So thank you for watching. If you're into these types of videos, if you're into other content that's like cozy, I'm approaching my 30s, so I'm going to be talking about that a lot more. So make sure you subscribe, turn on notifications, and I will see you all in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.